Home prices and interest rates have skyrocketed since COVID, but Jenny and I think we finally found our perfect solution to combat rising housing costs. Coming up, we're gonna give you all of the details on why we landed on this decision, how we got it, our finances, our move, and finally, why is this only just the beginning? Oh yeah, and how is this related to the Trailer Park Boys? Because believe it or not, it actually kind of is.
Can you just shut that out for a second? I gotta deal with this.
So like many others looking for homes this year, and probably last year too, we've been facing record high home prices paired with really high interest rates. But what does that look like exactly? So for us in Dartmouth, Nova Scotia, where we currently live, most homes on the market are starting at around $400,000 for a fixer-upper. Dartmouth isn't even in the city, like Halifax is the big city here and we're kind of the suburbs. People jokingly call Dartmouth the dark side, so it's definitely not like top shelf real estate here either. On top of that, even with really excellent credit, we're looking at an interest rate of 6%. That's depressing. Give me one of those 2% interest rates. Buying your first home is supposed to be doable as long as you're buying small and within your means. But it kind of seems for the average person that that's just not possible anymore. Homes where the price would fit within the average person's means just don't exist. And Jenny and I even have an advantage here. Like, we're both handy. We would be fine with a fixer-upper. And we thought we could make it work if we stretched our finances a little bit further, but then split the house that we got into 2 units so that we could rent out one of the units, live in the other. But when we really got running the numbers and looking into the cost of a major renovation and then all of the rules and permitting that goes into creating a duplex, we just realized that we were way in over our heads for buying our first home. This is where Jenny's dad Dale comes into the story. He disliked the idea of us paying for old fixer-upper homes even more than we did, so we've got to give him props for discovering what we consider the ultimate solution to affordable housing right now, the mini home. I feel like that's a big flop for some people. They're gonna be like, a mini home? Really? Yeah, really. Hang on. All right, it's currently February 15th and we're 5 days away from our expected delivery date of our mini home and we are running into problems. It's been snowing a lot in Nova Scotia, which is actually, at least for Halifax, pretty uncommon. And there's just a ton of snow piled up on the lot and then also near the lot in different piles. So it's making it really difficult for them to maneuver the home into place. So we're hitting our first roadblock already.
You could say our first snow block. The good thing about this is it's definitely a fixable problem. Like, there's snow, there's a lot of snow, but we can get rid of snow. So right now we're just trying to figure out whose problem this is. Is it the park owners that we're renting from? Is it the delivery person? Is it the salespeople, the manufacturer of the home who's coordinating the whole thing? Is it our problem? I hope not.
Jenny was saying her dad's like, I'll come, we'll shovel snow, but like, there's a lot of snow.
Yeah.
I don't think this is a job for just a couple strong dudes.
Wish us luck.
Hello? Hi, James. How you doing?
Good, you? I was just calling to see if you had any update on this morning and if you were able to talk to Mark yet.
I did talk to Mark. He said he cleared all the trees.
Okay.
I told him that it's still a concern and it'll be an issue if the home arrives and it's damaged by the branches.
So is he sort of taking the position that he thinks like everything's fine still, even after you told him there's some other ones?
Yeah.
I see. Okay. Yeah, I'm not sure why he's being stubborn about this.
It's not a big deal. It can easily be cut down. It's not much to do.
Okay, well maybe I'll talk to him about that again and we'll see what happens.
Had a really bad sleep last night. I was up in the night from like 3 to 4, just going through all the situations in my head. We spoke to our landlord yesterday just to see if it is a possibility to delay the mini home and wait for the snowbanks to go down and melt a little bit. And he's actually already rented our apartment. So that kind of sent both of us into like a bit of a panic, just feeling kind of like helpless, not really sure what to do. The project manager is like giving us like no. The park owner is telling us a lot of like no. So I woke up this morning just feeling really low. We gotta get the snow out of there.
So do you know, like, if there's an update on the snow right now? Or
They were going to be right on it. They were just finishing on a different site. He said James, his mom, James and the owners, they must either have very good karma or their mom is praying for them because this never happened.
Okay, cool.
They are literally one block from Mini Home Park.
Wow.
And they're working on a site right there, and they were just finishing up. It worked perfect. It couldn't be any better than that.
That's pretty incredible. And thanks again for getting on that right away.
I want to help. I want to get this figured out. We don't want any homelessness. It's already such a big deal.
Cheers, man. Yeah, maybe I'll just call Mark, see if he's got an update on snow, and if the city's cleared, maybe we'll chat about those trees again. Alright, well, take care, Allie. Yo, Jenny! I just got a call from Allie. He's actually at the site right now with HRM, chatting with someone already about like getting snow cleared for today.
He's there right now?
He was like, yeah, I got a little surprise for you. Actually, I'm there right now. I'm chatting with someone and we're gonna get stuff cleared.
What?
Yeah, I know.
Oh my gosh. That's such good news. Alright, time to frickin' celebrate. Things are starting to look up. Alright, end of the work day. It's Friday and we're supposed to get our delivery on Tuesday, except for Monday's actually a holiday here. So James and I are gonna go check out the site, check out the street that's all been plowed, and just make sure that everything looks good, because I'm not sure if we'll have contact with our project manager on the Monday because of the holiday. So hopefully we're all G.
So yeah, you can tell they've been working here earlier today, picking up a whole bunch of the snow because it used to be like way out here. So they've cleared a ton of snow here, pushed stuff here, probably taken away a bunch of that, and then like widened the street as well. So it is looking pretty good.
It's looking hopeful.
We weren't feeling too confident that this was gonna get done 20 hours ago.
Oh my god, I was so scared this morning. Although the snow is plowed, there are still branches that the project manager said are in danger of damaging our home on delivery. So I wonder if there's anything we can do about that.
No way, dude. Are you filming? I think I actually have the tools in my trunk right now. This is not staged. I grabbed a bunch of tools from the shop like yesterday or 2 days ago, and I forgot to bring them into storage.
Are we just gonna like cut down these trees like no permission?
Should I just start hacking away with my skills?
No, but like, so the mini home is gonna go here. They have to like drive it, he said, down this lane. So I feel like this branch for sure, problemo. That branch there, problemo. Want something done, do it yourself, I guess. Okay.
I had to come in cold. I feel like we did a good enough job.
Took care of that problem.
And like, yeah, I'll be here on move-in day. I'll have my skill saw ready and we'll chop them down if need be.
Okay. All right, let's get out of here. All right, another problem solved. Or so we thought. More on this later. Next was our last task, leaving signs on parked cars on the street, just asking them to park somewhere else for tomorrow. Otherwise, the truck might not be able to get the home down the street.
Trailer home, mobile home, and now mini home. These are all names for the same type of building that's essentially a home on wheels. Or at least that's what I thought before we got one. There's actually a distinct difference with the latter, the mini home, and the difference is really important. This is so funny. For some reason, I'm like feeling really self-conscious about like talking about why I think this is a good decision. Imagining people saying negative things and like trying to tear down what I'm about to say, because before we got this mini home, I was totally against the idea. I thought it was like a stupid idea financially, and I wasn't down. But now that we've gone through it, I'm obviously super down. I'm in it right now, but I still hear in my head the arguments that I was making before, which are like, it's a depreciating asset. You've lost your investment the second it left the factory. You're better off renting. Have fun being trailer trash. All right, it's February 20th, 7:45 a.m., minus 12. If you ask me, perfect day to be delivering a mini home. All right, mini home is coming early, so I am rushing out the door on the way there and ready to facilitate. I don't really know if I need to do anything, but Allie wants me to be there. He's like, bring a shovel just in case, so yeah, we'll see what happens. Just caught one dude parking his car on the street and asked him to move it elsewhere, so guess we wait. Got my trusty GoPros here. I don't know why, but I'm so currently self-conscious about being a YouTuber. Like, I'm not really used to doing a whole bunch of stuff in public. It's been a while. Like, most of my filming is in the shop or like at home or in the van or something like that. And we're gonna be setting up cameras today while the whole crew's trying to do their shit. So yeah, there she comes. Let's go check her out. Yeah, I'm impressed how good these guys are at their job already. Hey there, Mark. Home's coming in right now. We're just at the lot. Yeah, it looks like some of the branches on the adjacent property are scratching the home, and we were wondering if you could bring a chainsaw just so we could try to cut those down really quick. I forgot my saw because I left in a rush, and the driver just started charging through the branches. But as it turns out, he did have a saw in his truck and was able to cut some more branches down eventually. We got it almost perfectly in place, but it's just sort of like angled improperly, so they're trying to adjust it. But now, because of the snow, the truck's like stuck and he can't move. So he's gonna go try to get some sand, see if they can get it under the wheels and get this thing moving again. But yeah, we kind of have a bigger problem on our hands now. The roof's got a couple shingles damaged from trees that Mark didn't want to cut down, and we should have just got a chainsaw and did it myself. Yeah, it's a two-bed.
When you're
One at
all
this
in,
end, one at
can
the
we
other.
come and see what it's like?
For sure, yeah.
Okay, I love seeing the trailers.
So right here, the team is working on leveling the home, and later this is going to get skirted, and that's going to come in really handy so that we can have some rough storage underneath. And look who decided to roll up.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi. Oh, you are cold.
Oh man, I'm friggin' really cold. Good thing I put some base layers on today. Yeah, I definitely ran into a little issue with the branches. So the home snapped some branches on this side. Lifted up a couple shingles. I was just chatting with Allie and he thinks it's like gonna be pretty minor.
Yeah.
There are a couple like dents in the fascia, mainly on this side, but then one of the pieces of fascia on the other side got like pulled by one of the trees. So it's gonna need replacing probably.
And here it is. And look how beautiful it looks inside. All right, obviously it's pretty upsetting to have your home damaged by what should have been an avoidable issue, but we're honestly just excited and relieved to have our home delivered. Just 5 days ago, we thought we might not be able to have the home delivered at all for a couple months, leaving us with nowhere to go. So at the end of the day, we're just grateful that it's here.
A mini home is not a mobile home or a trailer home, and it's not built on wheels at all. It's just a regular home built to all the same home standards as every other home that's built on a foundation, with the only difference being that it's built to specific dimensions so that it can be transported, so that you can drive it on a road. That's it. That's the only difference. Now, is it a depreciating asset? Well, yeah. It's not getting any newer, but it's not depreciating any more than a regular house is, which also isn't getting any newer. The only thing a regular house has going for it is it's sitting on land, and typically the land has more value because as demand increases in a certain area, the land price goes up, and so the home that's sitting on that land is valued at a higher price, right? And just to be clear, I'm not about to say that we own the land that we're putting this mini home on. I really wish we did, but we don't. So that's not our reality. So if it's a depreciating asset and it's just gonna dilapidate over time, then where do the numbers start making sense? Well, they start to make sense actually at the first number you'd think to look at, the cost. Being the thrifty shoppers as we are, we didn't start looking for mini homes on the brand new market, like going straight to the manufacturer. No, we did what everybody else does with regular homes. You look at something used and see what's out there, see what you can go for. And what we found was actually pretty shocking. We found that a used mini home that's already situated on a rented lot, so not like private land or anything, this is a lot that you still have to pay a monthly fee for, kind of like condo fees. A used mini home is selling for more than a brand new one. Why? So like, yeah, this one here, it's like 20 minutes out of town. We're like right in town, by the way. 30 years old, selling for $215,000. So based on this, if we decided to sell tomorrow or 10 years down the road, it looks like we would actually be netting a profit. And that's actually not even considering any equity that we've built over those years. Because when you're renting, all of that money just goes straight to a landlord. Now we at least have some of it going to principal on our home. I just want to go over quickly the process of buying a mini home because it's actually pretty different from buying a regular home. More on this in a second. So it's stairs day. Just started unloading and neighbor Sherry came over. So we had a good chat, got to meet her, and she's definitely got away with her words because I've already agreed to do all her snow clearing. She had an agenda and she got it done. Since I'd never built stairs before, Mark agreed to help me get started on that project. All right, well, Mark's got to head off for today. Sun's starting to go down anyways, so can't really stick out too much longer, but I'm gonna try to like spread out the cement and then the stones, get ready for tomorrow, and then we've only got like 2 hours, not even tomorrow, that we can work together, so we'll see what we get done. Really need these stairs in so that everyone else can start doing their job, like electrician and plumbers and all that jazz. I didn't have access to any more tools like a sledgehammer, and I quickly realized that this rake was not gonna cut it, so I had to get creative. So I've got to clear all the ice because I'm going to pour the sandy cement and then things on top, and you want it to be all level, so when all the snow melts, I don't want it to then shift and become not level again. I think that's just going to have to be good enough. It's going to be okay. It's going to be fine. These stairs are only temporary too. We're going to rebuild our deck and rebuild the stairs in a couple months, so it's going to be all good. How goes it?
How's it going?
Not bad, you? I'm James. How's it going?
Not bad, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad.
Call the plumber.
Oh, right on.
This is your place, is it?
Yeah. You're welcome to hop up, like I don't mind.
No, I'll look underneath first, then we'll go inside and have a look.
Cool.
When are we moving in?
Hopefully in about 3 to 5 weeks, somewhere in that range. However long it takes. We just got this in yesterday, so whereabouts are you? Okay, yeah.
The ones in the park.
One of the oldest ones?
Yeah, we've been here about 30 years.
Jeez. What's your name?
My name's Frank.
Frank? I'm James.
I'm with Darlene.
Okay.
Yours James or?
James.
James,
Yeah. And my partner's Jenny. Who's the dog? What's his name?
Coco.
Coco.
Well, I'm sure we'll be seeing you around.
All right, so first things first, if you're getting a mini home, you need somewhere to put that thing. You need a home for your home, if you will. But yeah, like obviously you can't like have a home built and then have nowhere to put it. So you either need to be putting it on your own land, if you have land, or like buying a lot, or just like calling around to the local parks around you and seeing if they have any space now or any space in the future. For us in this park, they didn't have any space immediately, but that was fine because we knew it was going to take a little time to get the home built. But they did have a space opening up months down the road, and it ended up getting delayed a little bit longer than we wanted to, but it all worked out in the end. And this part's kind of weird because you are technically a homeowner, but you still have to go through like an interview process because yes, you own your home, but you're renting the land. So we had to do an interview just to make sure we were a good fit for the park. The vibe here is like super chill, and it's kind of like a little community in our mini home park. So I'm glad they do a little vetting and keep the vibes good, but just be aware that that's probably something you're gonna have to do. From there, then you're pretty much just looking at who's gonna build your home. I don't really know what it's gonna be like in your area, but for us in Canada, there were a couple major players that we were looking into. But yeah, just look up like mini home builders in your area, something will come up. I would definitely recommend to shop around a bit too. Make sure you call all the others and like see who has the best deals, what do they offer in their standard prices, because we initially thought we were gonna go with Maple Leaf Homes, but we ended up going with Prestige because Prestige had way nicer and more modern standard options. One example is the trim. They had flat stock trim as a standard option, which is just like flat baseboard trim instead of like the curves and like, you know what I mean? In like old houses when they have like it's just more intricate and like wavy. Anyways, we didn't want that. It's outdated, and Prestige offered that for their regular price. So it just like worked in our favor there. So then once we were sure who we were going with in the process, it was time to sit down with one of their project coordinators and you get into all the nitty-gritty details. Since they're making it from factory, you get to choose all of the finishes. So you can choose, paint color on your wall, you can choose your cabinet colors, handles, countertops, light fixtures, tons of things. You can like specify more like outlet locations if you have something specific in mind. And that's sick because then you don't have to do any renos to like make it work for you. You can just like get it done right the first time and you're set. Depending on the company as well, they might let you modify the layout a bit. I don't really know for everyone, but Prestige was fine with it. They had sort of a base model that we were working off of, and then we just like made some tweaks to make it a little more efficient for us, a little more efficient in general, honestly, and just give it a nice open feel. And we're super stoked we were able to do that because now we have a home that feels custom to us.
It's time for us to start packing and disassembling our apartment. And luckily for us, my parents drove up from Woodstock, New Brunswick to help us out.
That's regular wear and tear, right?
You're kind of like in the way.
You're in the middle of everything.
Dirty.
Pick this box. Be careful, that's great, but not safe.
You okay? Yeah. Just got stuck to the wall, I guess.
Luna, are you helping? No, you just want to sit here and look pretty. This camera's shy. You want to check these?
Sure.
There are...
Yeah. Half of moving is just decluttering and getting rid of stuff.
Alright, now only 476 more trips up and down the stairs. Alright, I'm exaggerating. Since we moved in during COVID, we moved ourselves up all of these stairs. 4 years later, and now we're moving out, but this time carrying loads down the stairs, and with many more hands to help.
Canadian fuel.
Good idea.
How are you feeling?
I'm ready for this to be over.
4:58.
Really?
Yep.
We're not even out of here.
That's pretty much a full day of moving.
Yeah, but we haven't even finished loading the truck, and then we have to unload it.
Yeah. It's looking like a little bit of a mess, but honestly, it's looking pretty empty. Ooh, this room looks so different. Update on our room, pretty much empty, just some drawers. This closet, on its way to empty. People are feeling pretty tired.
Forgot my wrench.
And finally, after a full day of hard work with the help of my mom and dad, pretty much empty, eh?
Yeah.
Our first and possibly our last apartment is finally empty.
Oh, you got a couple more things? Oh, no worries. We got lots of space.
We got Daniel Saunders packing. We got lots of space.
Oh, man. Oh, yeah. We got loads of space.
Now we just need to figure out how to get everything from the lobby into the last quarter of this U-Haul.
Loading up, baby.
Wow. Let's go. How you feeling, Dad?
Perfect.
Perfect?
Perfect.
Reflecting on our time here, we feel grateful for it and the comfort that it brought. It was our first apartment that we've ever shared, just the two of us. We had many firsts here. We purchased our first couch, built our first and second beds, our first time dog sitting and fell in love with our first few dogs. Honorable mentions to our girl Luna. We had our first spare room, which was small but mighty, and it allowed us to host lots of our friends and family. Here we saved up our first down payment and purchased our first home, which we are so excited to move on to. Goodbye to our very first apartment that we loved for 4 years, but it's time for an upgrade that's all ours.
Hey, you want a ride?
Come with us, son?
Yep.
You can do a half a thing and then we'll get in.
Ready for round two.
Yo.
How are you guys doing?
Thanks for coming, guys. Yeah, we're a little burnt.
I can only imagine. Stop.
This is your home.
Yeah.
You guys live here.
We're so thankful that our friends Matt and Ella offered to help us unload this beast of a U-Haul.
Wow, I'd love to.
Last item.
This is it.
King for the kings.
Yeah, me and Matt are sleeping on this tonight.
You guys are welcome to.
Wow. Might be sleeping right on the floor tonight, eh, James?
Okay. Put it past me. Done.
Last thing.
Do we have a timer?
35 or 40 minutes.
Wow, that was quick.
Not even funny.
How you feeling? Pooped.
It's not even dark.
We're ready to party.
You're ready to party?
Do we have a housewarming tonight?
I would love a beer.
I think I
It's got like it makes its own ice.
It's already got ice too.
Because before, freezer was here and then fridge was here, so I'm always like crouching down,
Right.
Yeah.
looking in the back like Gollum. Exactly.
The most adult thing to get excited about.
Get the fridge.
I don't have to crouch down.
Then it was time to return the U-Haul and get a bite to eat. And I don't know what kind of fuel is in McDonald's food, but we got a second wind and pretty much unpacked the entire house that evening. At least we got everything into the closet and spaces and tucked away.
So is this the best home investment anyone could make? No, I'm definitely not saying that. Like, everyone's situation is different. You could be a property developer and have way more resources to make traditional real estate investing work. I'm sure a lot of people in our area could justify a $500,000 fixer-upper because their incomes are way higher, or different connections, or who knows, I don't know. Everyone's situation is different. But I know there are a lot of people right now, like us, who are sitting on the sidelines and they're waiting for, I don't know, home prices to come down, or just a really good deal to pop up that they can hop on, or to get a raise so that they can afford more. And I don't know if this is the right way to say it, but like, I feel like a lot of those people are in danger of waiting for a reality that is never going to materialize. And for a lot of them, I think that the mini home is a really good option. And I really just want to encourage people to open up their minds a little bit to alternative solutions, because if I didn't, like, we'd still be renting. I could be preaching to the choir right now as well. Like, some people could think, oh yeah, that's a no-brainer, like, duh. But so I just want to encourage other people to open up a bit. I really, really wanted to own property, and I still do down the road. But no matter where we looked, you know, it just wasn't going to happen for us to own property, at least not for a long time. And so we were done waiting on the sidelines, and we got this, and we're stoked. And now we're true Nova Scotian trailer trash. Just like Bubbles. So yeah, speaking of the Trailer Park Boys, they actually filmed some of their final season in this park that we live in. That's sick. And Bubbles allegedly owns bars or has connections to bars in town. I've never seen him out, but people sometimes see him out. Basically what I think I'm trying to say is there's a lot of stigma around this type of home. There was for me at least. And so much so that it will completely deter people from considering this as an option. And then 10 years down the road, those same people could be in the same position, grumbling about how home prices are impossible and they're never going to be able to afford a home. So anyways, here to present this alternative opportunity to you.